All right, and we're live with Idit Levine from EMC. We're here talking about your talk for SpringOne platform. So first of all, for our conference attendees and Cloud Native viewers, Idit, if you want to tell us a little about yourself and what you do at EMC.
So I joined EMC 2 years ago, and I'm a member of the CTO office. So I'm working for John Ross, who is also the chair of the Cloud Foundry Foundation. And part of my job is to play and innovate around the more new cloud native app section in EMC. So working a lot with Cloud Foundry, working a lot with Docker and Kubernetes and Mesosphere and all those ecosystems, and doing a lot of innovation, fun stuff.
Yeah, and this is really exciting stuff. So I got excited about your talk for SpringOne platform when I saw you speak at Cloud Foundry Summit. Can you tell us a little bit about that project that you were presenting on?
Yeah, so the project called Unique. And actually, it started, funny enough, because of a conversation that I have with Rob Mee, the CEO of Pivotal, and he gave me a challenge. And the idea with starting with Unique was that we just noticed that Docker acquired this company, and we started to learn a little bit more about Unique Kernel. We discovered we really like the architecture. I felt very strongly about that. That's the right architecture for the cloud. And I was debating why this is not catching up very, very quick, and my other people don't see what I see. And then I understand that the reason they don't, it's because it's very, very hard to use. So that's where this project is starting from. And from day one, our purpose was to basically tie it into Cloud Foundry. What we did is we basically creating a Docker for Unique Kernel.
Nice.
So we automated, yeah, thanks. So we automated all the process of someone, but it's a little bit more opinionated because the idea is that you're giving us a source code. It could be a Spring application, for instance. And what we're doing, we're basically wrapping it. And when you're wrapping a Unique kernel, it's basically the code is wrapped inside the kernel in ring 0. Therefore, you're getting better performance and less footprint. And what we did is we basically automated it very like Docker, just with one saga is that Docker is very independent from where it's running, and Unique kernel is basically a VM eventually. Therefore, it have to know what is the driver that you need to put inside, and therefore it have to know where you want to run. So that's the only main difference between them. But you basically can take your application, push it to Docker container, you can push it to Unique kernel, you don't need to change your code. We're supporting the major of the build pack. And we also integrated with Cloud Foundry. That's the beauty of it.
So for somebody who is already using Docker, Cloud Foundry, why would they want to use Unique kernels?
So the big advantage with Unique kernels, because the way it's architecture is there's three main advantages. The first one is that it's very, very small in a shrink footprint. There is only what you need in your Unique kernel, only what your application needs. So the Unique kernel is basically assuming that you're running one application on one server with one user, and only what your application needs, only the libraries, only the kernel part, not all the kernel, that it's need will be in this Unique kernel. And therefore, in terms of storage and footprint, it's very, very low. So that's very, very interesting because then there is no all the redundancy from all this big stack. The second one is the fact that it's very perform. The performance is crazy. And the reason is because there's not a lot of code there, right? We took everything that it's not needed. So that's one reason. And the second reason is because we're running everything in a ring 0, which means that there is no all those permission checks that the operating system need to make is not being done, and also all the context switch between the modes is not being done. Therefore, very, very quick. And the last thing that is very important is that it's very secure because the surface of attack is very, very small. And also, there is only one application running on the Unique kernel. So even if for some reason someone managed to compile it, you will lose this VM, but it's not going to affect any other application. So very, very secure.
Nice. Now, this is an open source project out of EMC, right?
Yes, yes. So we open sourced it. It's called Unique. It's in my team repository, which is EMC-advanced-dev. And you can go there and look at the code. We open source most of the stuff, working on new stuff like C# support and others. So it's be very cool.
Nice. So you're talking about how you're using this with Cloud Foundry, and you also mentioned Spring Boot. Can you talk a little bit about what would be the advantages for a Spring Boot application to use this?
Yeah, so what we want to do, so first of all, every application, I think it will be an advantage to talk about it, to work with it. And I think what's cool about Spring Boot is that, this is a very popular, why the framework is good, I don't need to talk about it. I'm assuming that our viewer knows. And what we want to bring there is the advantage of Unique Kernel, which, as I said, very secure, very performanceable, so you can run a much better performance. And also in terms of size, as I said, you basically can get the size of the VM. It's basically the size of your application.
Nice.
I think it's very, very cool. So, I think that Spring Boot will leverage that exactly like any other application. But I feel that this is the preferable framework. So I think we will get quite a lot of. So we worked very hard to add support for it. We had a big build back. There is two ways that you can do that. One of these is just give us the jar, and the other one is to you can be more creative with Maven and other, and we will build it for you. So there is again explanation tutorial of how to do that on our repository, and I can point the viewer to there. So that's one thing. So now the question is how Cloud Foundry is coming into it. So what we're doing with Unique, as I said, is like a Docker, which means that basically what it's doing, it's capable of spinning up the Unique kernel, but it's not going to keep the state. So let's say that I want 3 instances of Unique kernel running. If one of them will die or will killed, Unique will not mind. She will know that it's killed, but doesn't mind, right? If you will do Unique PS, you will see that it's not there anymore.
Sure.
What Cloud Foundry is bringing to the table is the state. So basically, Cloud Foundry is doing it very well. Basically, the configuration management way of it. You can state that you want 3 instances, and Cloud Foundry will make sure that it will be always alive. So all those 3 will be alive. And if one of them will kill, it will go to Unique and ask for a new one. So basically, it's keeping that. And on top of this, all the platform itself, right? The easiness of the user to write one line and everything will work. The platform of all the services that they can consume and so on. So all of this together is giving us a full solution.
Oh, this is really exciting. So I think that SpringOne platform attendees are going to definitely want to come to your session.
Oh, thank you. I would love to have them. And as I said, we will demo how we're running a Spring application inside the Unique kernel, and now it's working with Cloud Foundry seamless, and I think that should be very cool.
Nice. Well, I'm excited about it. Thank you so much for taking the time to give us a sneak preview of what you'll be showing at the conference.
Thank you so much.
And I really appreciate you talking to our attendees.
Thanks so much. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Idit. All right. Take care.
Bye. Take care.